Welcome to chapter 13, Abram and Lot part. Verse 1, Anevi they Avram ex Aegyptu. And Abram ascended from out of Egypt. Aegyptu is almost a direct transliteration. It is a direct transliteration into English. So they're in Egypt and now they're leaving. Avtos ke Gini, we have the gynecology, the Gini Avtu. And his wife, Kepanta, pandemic, is a derivative there. And all the things of his, this could be the things or ones of his. Lot met Avtu, and Lot with him, Eastin Erimon, wilderness. We have a hermit as a derivative. Verse 2, Avram they in Pelusios, rich, Svodra and Katinasi, ke Argyrio, ke Crisio. Pelusios, he was rich. We have the planet Pluto. That means a rich planet. In cattle and Argyrio, we have Argentina, country named after silver. Ke Crisio, and the chrysanthemum. These are all derivatives and found in our book English Derivatives of the Greek New Testament. Verse 3, Ke eporevthi othen, ilthen is tin erimon eos vaithio. And he went from where he came into the wilderness unto Bethel. He started off in Bethel, and then he went into, up here in Bethel, he went all the way down into Egypt. Now he's going back to Bethel through the wilderness at Sinai. Eos to topu, topography is a derivative of maps, where his tent formerly was. A skene, a scene, is a derivative, a scene, is originally a platform in tents that they did plays on. Anamason vaithiel ke anamason age. This mentioned before. This age, if it's the same ai, it's mentioned. It's spelled H-A-I in the King James, New King James. They have AI, so it's something to study. Verse 4, Iston topon tu thesiasteriu u epison eki tin arkin, unto the place of the altar, thesiasterion. These are altars to sacrifice animals, not just a bunch of stones put on top of each other. That would be a memorial, which he made there at the archaeology, the beginning. This is a derivative, archaeology. Ke epikalesato eki Avram to onoma kiriu. Onoma, onomatopoeia is a derivative. He called upon the name of the Lord. Again, as we mentioned before, was the tetragrammaton in the Hebrew, and they translated it into Kyriou in the Greek, 300 years before Christ. Then when Jesus came along, they used the word Kyriou because they were writing in Greek by that time. Verse 5, Ke Lot to simporevomeno meta Avram in provata, ke voes ke katini. And to Lot, the one going forth with Abram, was sheep and oxen and cattle. Doesn't say gold and silver, but Lot had a lot. Pardon the pun. And verse 6, Ke uk echoris se avtus, and we'll go to the next page, the land did not have space for them. Igi, the land, geology with this one, the word. To dwell together, kat tikin ama. Otiin ta iparkon ta avton pola, for their possessions were pola, many, polygamy, many wives. In English, poly. Ke uk idinanto katikin ama, and they were not able to dwell together. Verse 7, Ke ageneto maki anamason ton pimenon ton ketinon to Avram, and there was a battle between the herdsmen of the cattle of Abram, ke anamason ton pimenon ton ketinon to Lot, and between the herdsmen of the cattle of Lot. Whether these were family members or they were hired hands from the different areas of the people of the land, it doesn't say. Ide hananei ke iperazei tote katokun tigin. And the Canaanites and the Perizzites then inhabited the land. So these other peoples were there. In verse 8, Ipe de Avram to Lot, and Abram said to Lot, Mi esto maki anameson emu ke su, ke anameson ton pimenon su, ke anameson to pimenon mu. Do not let there be a battle between me and you, and between your herdsmen and between my herdsmen, with the exclamation giving it a definite thing. Oti anthropy, then here we have anthropology, study of people. Adelphi, we are men, brothers. Adelphi of Philadelphia, city of brotherly love, brothers. We are. Verse 9, Ukizu, pas igi enantion su esti. Behold, is not all the earth before you? The ahoristhiti apemu, part yourself from me. Isi is aristera, ego is dexia. If you go to the left, I will go to the right. Ego, I, ego. If you go, ide si is dexia, ego is aristera. And if you go to the right, I will go to the left. So Abram is giving way to the will of Lot. And Lot has the choice to make. And it's interesting how we are, what always looks best doesn't always turn out to be that. But Lot was, Abram was solving this problem of this fighting. And so in verse 10 it continues, Ke aparas Lot to ophthalmusaf tu. And Lot, lifting up his ophthalmus, ophthalmology, optometrist, his eyes, looked upon all the perihoron to Iordanu, all the place around the Jordan, that is the Jordan River, the Jordan Valley. Otipasa in potizomeni, that all was watered, so it was all apparently green. You could see that, the plain, the floodplain of the Jordan. That is in parentheses, pro to katastrepse to theon Sodoma ke Gomorrah, before God eradicating Sodom and Gomorrah. So maybe afterwards this place wasn't the same. Os oparadisos to Theu, as a paradise of God. So this place was beautiful. And we have the paradisos, paradise, and Theu, theology, are the derivatives of those words. And so it looked great. Ke os igi Aegyptu, eos elthin is Zogora. And nobody's really exactly sure what the Zogora is. Zor in the King James could very well be the Jordan Valley. That's what many people believe it to be.